Live from New York City, it's Wendy Williams. Today, sexy actor Laz Alonso dishes about his exciting new project and his love life. Plus, actress, singer, chef Haylie Duff dropped by to share some tasty treats from her new cookbook, The Real Girl's Kitchen. And all the latest juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you. Well, I'm doing great for a Monday. Listen, Kim Kardashian is facing a lot of backlash about that racy selfie that she posted. And then Melissa McCarthy's on the cover of Elle magazine, but people are talking and it's not all good. And there's a possible shakeup at Dancing with the Stars at the judges' table, thank God. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. I am so glad to be here. You know, for me, Mondays means I escape from the food that I have in the house on Sundays and Saturdays. And because we've been dealing with Kevin's birthday party, but it was last weekend, I haven't cooked, thrown down the way I know that I can in a moment. So yesterday, I had my mom and dad over, and my mom and I made oxtails. Do you like oxtails? And I got the big ones from the butcher. I didn't get those little tiny ones at the end of the tail. I got the ones up near the butt that are like big like this. I braised them first in a big cast iron, and that was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and I let them sit all day on slow. 7 o'clock at night, the meat was falling off the bones. But, you know, a real cook on Sundays doesn't make just one meat, she makes two. So the other meat that I made, I lit up the grill because it was nice in Jersey, and I made some lamb chops, and then I accompanied everything with zucchini and onions and rice and crescent rolls. Did you cook? I cooked. I woke up this morning, I wanted to, the whole house just smelled, you know, it's nice while it's cooking, but afterwards, like, ugh. Anyway, and we turned on the heat this weekend at our house. Have you turned on the heat yet? You've turned on the heat? Anyway, all right, so Kim Kardashian has been getting a lot of backlash for that racy swim selfie that she took. I don't understand what is wrong with some of you haters. Really? Okay, so she posted it last week to show off her post-baby body. It's been 4 months, and many people are bashing Kim, saying that, you know, number one, because you're a mom now, you shouldn't be showing yourself like that. And number two, you need to, there needs to be a limit on the age that you take a selfie. Really? Here's what some of our people are saying. I think there should be a cutoff age where a woman can't take selfies. Leave it alone. And then another person says, just because you're a mom doesn't automatically deem you unsexy. It's her body, her life, her image. And, wow. And another person says, Kim Kardashian should stop taking inappropriate pictures and start taking care of her baby. Well, you know what? How do we know her baby isn't on the other side of the screen? How do we know the baby isn't right there in the room? You know what I get tired of? I get tired of people who are so hateful on other people's situations that you just hide like a gangster in cyberspace and say stuff. Why don't you take care of your kids and get off cyberspace, number one. And this is not me kissing up to Kim, but I can defend when I want and then hate when I want. And this time I'm defending, and all I'm saying is with a behind like that, there's only haters who are hating. Look, there's two types of women that mostly probably hate on that behind. Number one, the jealous ones because they don't have it. Or number two, the jealous ones because they don't have the guts to get it, you know, to do the research and figure out how you can buy yours. And I happen to be the one that doesn't have the guts to get it. I would never, you know, I already did enough up here. I don't need all this back here. But this was in 1994, butts weren't big. Maybe if I were to do it now in 2014, maybe it'd be back here and not up here, but whatever. I say that this looks as fake as a $3 bill, though. But clap if you think that's real. Okay, stay in the dark like Spider-Man on Broadway. Stay, okay? I'm gonna take 30 seconds to break down how this butt is attainable very quickly. First of all, you go to your doctor. It could a simple lunchtime procedure or a surgery. Look, you get your doctor to remove all this upper butt, lower back thing, right? And you save the needle and you inject it into your actual butt. Listen to me. And then you get your doctor to remove all the fat on your upper thighs. So all of a sudden, whatever you have is already poked out anyway, but he's gonna put all the extra right back here. Girls, come on now. Let me show you Iggy Azalea. She's denying butt implants or butt injections, but you look at before and you look at after, okay? And that's not even a good before picture because she's really built, Suzanne, no offense. No offense. But she started out. What I love about Suzanne is that she's confident in whatever she's doing.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of wiping. Ooh. Anyway, but back to Kim. Kim, happy 33rd birthday. And you keep doing what you do because this is what we know her for, and that's that. Now, Kim's man, Kanye, on the other hand, is causing some controversy of his own. Well, now you see. He kicked off his Yeezus tour on Saturday, which is a stupid name to begin, Yeezus. Reportedly, it started 2 hours late. I know, even for a superstar, you don't want to wait like that, right? You hired a babysitter, you got to get back home. Anyway, and then he brought out a Jesus lookalike and addressed him as White Jesus. Now, you see, this is what, I mean, honestly, we were gonna plan a little family concert, you know, because hip hop has come full circle now. Little Kev, me, my husband, you know, we all love a lot of the same music. And on this tour, it's Tribe Called Quest, who, you know, that's the old school. It's that Kendrick Lamar, who my whole family loves. And it's Kanye West, who we all have an appreciation for. So I was like, okay, you know, let's go on a family trip over to Brooklyn, where the show was gonna be over in Brooklyn, and, you know, go see the show. I'm totally turned off, we're not doing it, and I'm gonna tell you why. I am scared when you get somebody Jesus-like on the stage. And we already know that Kanye is 3 cans short of a 6-pack and is liable to implode at any second now. However, it's the people who cult-like follow people like Kanye. Like, I'm more scared of the people in the audience, you know, who right now they look like they're sitting very orderly. Maybe they're hypnotized or under a trance. And then as soon as he snaps his Yeezus fingers, they all jump up and they start, you know, wiling out. I don't know. I'm turned off to going to the show, and ew, Kim, get your man. And then Drake, who I love. I appreciate Drake's music. He squashed his beef with the hip hop artist Future, and they're all back on tour again, great. So now they got, the tour has already gotten started kind of rocky. The second concert was canceled in Philadelphia due to technical difficulties. An hour and a half after it was supposed to start. So now imagine you've hired a babysitter, you know, you got a close parking space, you got your snacks, and you're ready to go. You're waiting an hour, then an hour and a half, and you're like, it's okay, it's gonna be good when Drake gets up there and Future's gonna perform, it's gonna be good. Then you hear an announcement over the PA. The concert is canceled. They didn't give a reason why, but we found out the reason allegedly is, allegedly? Okay. We keep a lawyer on set here, so I gotta use a lot of allegeds. But allegedly, and then we'll do research, but you'll find that the catwalk over the crowd wasn't working. Well, that's a good reason to cancel a show. Only didn't we have this catwalk set up hours before in order to test it 1,000,000 times over? It wouldn't be good if Drake fell on his audience from the catwalk. Miguel, you're on this tour. You know what it's like to fall on your audience. But I'm thinking that if we love Drake the way we love Drake, then wouldn't we have seen Drake even without the catwalk? Because he would have still given us good Drake up there. And I like Future, and Miguel, that's just a good tour to see, but I'm busy on December 18th. Like, if you're a Philly ticket holder, what do you do on December 18th? Because that's when your ticket's good for. I don't know whether they're offering refunds, but you know, the catwalk shouldn't matter, Drake. You're talented without it. Anyway, all right, let's move on. So now, Elle magazine is coming under fire because Melissa McCarthy's on the cover of the Women in Hollywood issue, but she's swathed in material. And people are wondering why 43-year-old Melissa has to be in a big coat and everybody else is near naked. Well, the powerful women in Hollywood, this issue has like several different covers, you know. Elle magazine is not apologizing. Well, as a big girl myself, at first I was angry at everybody and didn't even want to talk about it. But over the weekend, there was a statement released saying that stars wear what they feel good in, and that is what Melissa loved, so Melissa chose to wear that. Well, if that's the case, then we shouldn't have a problem with it. Look at what Reese Witherspoon wore, and people were comparing that. Well, could you see Melissa McCarthy in this? No, I'm being serious, okay? No. And also, you know, I think that as women, particularly when we get to be a particular age, you know, Melissa is 43 years old. She's an accomplished actress. Her show, Mike and Maddie, is one of the biggest shows on TV. And so, and she's a movie star, you know, but she probably felt comfortable in this coat. It is fall. It's a beautiful coat. I love her windblown hair. And she knows what meat she's carrying and that she doesn't want to do that. And so they came to terms. I feel like Melissa McCarthy is A-list and Elle doesn't tell her what to wear. She tells Elle what she wants to wear. After they delicately suggest to her, she goes out to her car and she pulls some things that her own stylist tried on her in her own living room before this photo shoot. All right, girl, now this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna look at, this is what Melissa's saying to her stylist. I'm gonna act polite and look at, you know, Elle's clothes, but give me 3 things, you know, that I know that I'm comfortable in, and that's how we're gonna do it. Because she's A-list. Now, I feel like a girl on the come up, like Rebel Wilson, you know, I'm gonna name big girls now. Rebel Wilson, Gabourey Sidibe, who Gabourey is very, very famous, but she's not Melissa McCarthy. They don't have the power to choose their clothes. So when you see them, you know, it might be a 50-50 decision, and then they get a strong decision, a strong suggestion from the magazine. Look, Gabourey, if you want to be invited back, you'll wear this shiny piece of, you know, material or whatever. So that's my thought on Melissa. I really don't think that there's an argument here. Big girls, everybody relax, but I got my eye on us. So now over at Dancing with the Stars, one of the judges might be getting the boot. Well, I was reading the National Enquirer over the weekend, and they said that Len Goodman may be on his way out, which I think is terrific. I've been telling you this all along, that producers really do need to shake up the judges' table, one judge at a time, until they're all gone and we have all new ones in there. Producers are reportedly looking to replace Len, who's 69, with somebody younger and hipper. There's nothing wrong with Len. You know, he is a ballroom aficionado. It's just that if you've noticed, Dancing with the Stars, first of all, was on 2 nights a week. Now it's only 1, because the ratings could not support and justify them being there for 2 nights during the week. Second of all, they do, okay, the show is based in ballroom, but nobody really ballrooms anymore. Snooki was doing the jitterbug last week and cheering. You know, I mean, people don't, Bill Nye, the science guy, was doing the robot. That wasn't jitterbugging. You know, I was doing the 2 left foot step. So really, we don't need like a corpse sitting there judging today's Dancing with the Stars. Oh, please, we're all older, okay? I'm saying. They are looking to freshen things up with somebody younger, and reportedly, that's why we saw Julianne Hough there the other week, making a guest appearance while Len was out of town. Len was probably tied up in the back with a muzzle in his mouth, like, shut up. You're not coming out tonight, Len. We're gonna try something new. But Julianne can't do it because she wants to concentrate on her movie career. I don't want her to do it anyway because I think that Julianne she's not opinionated. She's just a nice woman. And just a nice woman is not what we need on Dancing with the Stars. We need somebody with an opinion and somebody who's easy on the eyes. She's very pretty, but like I said, I think Maxim would make the best judge ever. He looks so much like Dracula. I want to suck your blood. But you know, he's mean, like Simon, but kind of sexy, you know, like Simon in a mean way. And you know, he's 33 years old, and he actually was asked, does he want this job? And believe it or not, he said he wouldn't mind having it because he wants to see Dancing with the Stars ratings return to the glory days of what they used to be. Dancing with the Stars, I think that you need to hire Maxim, give him what he wants, and then slowly but surely start to filter out the others in the name of just mixing it up. Bring in Paula Abdul, and then eventually. Dancing with the Stars airs on ABC at 8 o'clock tonight, everybody. All right, so now Gwyneth Paltrow and Vanity Fair. Well, on the surface, the drama seems like it's getting juicier, only I've done my full-blown mental investigation. And this is not the story that raises the drama. However, it's my duty to share with you and roll my eyes at the same time. So last week, we were telling you that Vanity Fair magazine is planning to release this big expose on Gwyneth Paltrow. And we're not quite sure of why Gwyneth doesn't want this to happen. You know, when they call something an expose, that means scandal. But you remember she emailed all of her friends and she said, don't talk to Vanity Fair. They're on, you know, a hunt to get information. Don't talk to them. Well, according to the New York Post, Vanity Fair is looking into whether Gwyneth had an affair with a billionaire hotel owner named Jeffrey Sofer back in 2008 while married to Chris Martin, her rocker boyfriend, and also while mothering Apple and that other one that they have, the other child. What's Moses. In the meantime, this guy Jeffrey is married also. You know, he's married to Elle the Body McPherson. Yeah. Well, this is why I say there's no story here. First of all, this Jeffrey. He's the owner of the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami. The Fontainebleau was closed for many years for renovation. When they finally had their grand opening back in 2008, Gwyneth was there, and then the next day, Gwyneth was out on Jeffrey's yacht, and I say that Jeffrey probably flew her in for star power. She probably got a really nice payday for, you know, schmoozing it up. This does not look like the sex picture. His hands down to his side, her body's leaned back, and Brett Ratzenberg, is that his name? Brett Ratner is looking at him over the shoulders. Look, hey, Brett. This does not, they don't look like the sex. Does that look like the sex body language to you? He looks like he's more interested in keeping an eye on the prize. And she looks like, hey, you know, like she's there for a date. Look, it looks like her hand's even flung to her back. I say there's no story here, Vanity Fair. The real story I want to find out is, what's that marriage really like to Chris Martin? Because the streets have been talking for years. And yeah, like dig deeper, Vanity Fair, and we'll keep watching. All right, Pamela Anderson is still hooking up with one of her ex-husbands, which, you know, I've always said that once you've had him, you can get him back. You know, if it's a comfortable spot for you, sometimes they don't make the best husbands, but they know how to please you, and they already know your kids, because maybe they're his kids too. And it just makes for a drive-by and a see you. You know, sometimes a marriage doesn't work out, but a few years after the divorce, you can get things back to a sweet spot. Don't have to share the same bed all the time. You don't have to be married, grown. So Pam was recently spotted on a nude beach with her ex-husband, Rick Solomon. Rick is her third ex-husband. And now Pam is explaining that she says that they are best friends with benefits and she doesn't want to meet anyone else. Hopefully she means at this particular time, because she's only 46 years old and it's a little too early to be throwing in the towel, but late enough in life to be certainly to be setting up life after 50, a little something. I don't mind recycling men. I don't. Sometimes a girl has to scratch an itch. She doesn't want to meet somebody new. She doesn't want to put herself out there to be on the front page of the Star magazine. Pam and Rick's kids are the same age, 15 and 17. I remember when her boys with Tommy Lee were born. God, we've been around for a long time. But should she be recycling? Why not? And she was spotted on the nude beach with that third ex-husband of hers, and she had no top on. She said if she knew the paparazzi was watching, she would have taken off her bottoms. Keep clapping. We've got a terrific show for you. The lovely Haylie Duff is here. Haylie's got this cookbook called The Real Girl's Kitchen, and today she's gonna show us how to make an easy, delicious brunch. Plus, another deserving breast cancer survivor is gonna get a fabulous head-to-toe makeover. But up next, the very handsome Laz Alonso is here. Our first guest is a very talented actor, and he's also really easy on the eyes. We've loved him in movies like This Christmas and Jumping the Broom. Please welcome Laz Alonso.
Take it back. Had to take it back. Old school.
Hey, come on. Don't be nervous.
Am I allowed?
Yeah.
What's up, ladies?
You look good.
I like the ratio, Wendy. I like the ratio.
Yes, you look good. We'll start with a little shoe cam.
Little shoe cam?
Yeah, little shoe cam. Yes, very nice.
I had to take it back. I had to take it back to the 90s. Little Gucci's, little members only.
Your moto pants.
You like them?
I like them. You're fashionable and a real members only jacket, not one that just looks like. And we had a white microphone to accommodate all your whiteness.
They swagging me out in the back. They swagging me out.
It's nice to see you again.
Thank you so much. Good to see you, too.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
Yeah. The last time Laz was here, you were promoting Deception.
Exactly.
The show that you were co-starring with Megan Good.
Yes.
What was it, like, how many episodes, and now it's canceled?
We did 13 episodes. Unfortunately, it didn't last. It's hard out there for a pimp.
It is real. It's really hard.
Right. But you know what, though? I mean, the crowd supported it. There was so much support on social media.
Yeah, yes.
So I just want to thank everybody for showing us love.
Were you paying attention to Hot Topics while you were upstairs getting groomed? Did you see Kim Kardashian's behind?
I saw it.
Do you?
It's hard to miss.
Yes, but as a grown-up, now I know as a man you love it, but as a grown man, do you feel as though that's okay, or she needs to pull it back?
You know what, man? I have to agree with you. I mean, if she would have came out, doing something else in her career, but I mean, let's remember how she first came on the scene.
On her back.
Yeah, and no, she did what she had to do.
Yeah.
I don't think that's outside of her brand and outside of her whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, did it look good? I mean, no disrespect to Kanye, that's for him to like.
Yes.
But I thought it looked a little hard, right?
Well, sometimes it,
A little firm, firm.
Well, I think a butt like that is supposed to have a couple of cellulite pockmarks or something. Like, it's supposed to have something. It has nothing.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard.
I mean,
Look it. But good.
I like the softness
Yes.
of a female.
Yes.
Woman's
Yes.
supposed to be nice and... That's just my own personal opinion.
Are you single?
I am single. It's always funny when I come on your show because I say I'm single and everybody gets happy like, yeah, he's lonely. Yes.
No,
he don't have nobody to love on at night.
No, yes you do. I mean, you're single, that means that you have so many options, you just can't choose one. And you're 39?
Yes.
Yes. That's perfect.
Oh, is it good?
Yes.
Okay. Because, I'm going to tell you, people look at you like, man, you're 39 and you're still single. Like, what's wrong with you? At this age, they start thinking something's got to be wrong with them.
No, sometimes at 49, like as a man. Sometimes as a man at 49.
So I got 10 years.
Yeah, well, yeah. Do you have kids?
No kids.
Wow.
Now, see,
No, you're good.
Well, that was important to me. Because I was raised in a single-parent home. And I never wanted to be a baby daddy. I didn't want a baby mom. Like, I want a family.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if that's the situation, then you got to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't have the perfect situation every time. But I prefer, if it's within my power...
To get married.
Yeah, I would like to have a family that I'm there every single day for my kids.
Yeah.
That's just my personal.
Does your mother give you pressure, or is she happy that you're single and all hers?
Yeah, let me tell you, this is comedy because everything my mother taught me as a kid, she's unteaching me now. She's like, don't practice safe sex.
Get someone pregnant.
Right. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Just send the kid to me. I'll raise him. Just get it done. Hurry up, because you ain't getting no younger.
Aww.
I'm like, Mom, everything's still working. She's like, how do you know it's working? Like, trust me, it's working. So we're cool like that. We have crazy conversations.
So women must hit on you all the time.
I
Like coming here at the airport, I mean,
You heard about the airport story?
Well, what happened?
Okay, so I just want to say that the TSA workers here in New York are they're like construction men on a site.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you all know when you're going through a construction site, the cat calls, that's how they are. So I was coming through TSA, and this lady started yelling, Candy, Candy. So I'm thinking, is she talking about Candy Burris? Like, who's around here? She's like,
Candy.
Yeah, no, she was like, you my Candy Crush for the day.
Wow.
So I was somebody's Candy Crush.
So,
and then she was licking her teeth and, hitting all that.
How does that feel when the tables are turned?
You play, you have fun with it. I just have fun with it.
So, so what are you doing? What brings you to New York other than to see us?
Well, a few things. I'm working with P&G in their Try It and Love It campaign. If you want to find out about it, it's pgtryit.com. I'm also here for a passion project of mine.
Okay.
I love talking to kids, when I'm not, busy working. And I'm working with a school here in the Bronx called the Cinema School.
Oh.
And it's a high school, the only high school in the country that is a film school starting at the 9th grade level.
Wow.
So they can actually start their film training directing, producing, writing, grip work, everything that's behind the scenes at a very early age. So I mentor these kids.
Oh.
So I'm in town. I'm gonna, basically talk to them about, the industry, about the do's and the don'ts, and all that stuff. And for me, it's just a labor of love to be able to train them this early in life.
Okay, let me get this straight. All right. He's great looking. He's got no kids. He wants to get married. He's got great fashion sense, great skin, and a big heart. Clap it up for Laz Alonso, everybody. Thank you for stopping by again. You guys keep it here. Up next, Haylie Duff is gonna show us some delicious recipes. Keep it here. Our next guest has a brand new cookbook. It's called The Real Girl's Kitchen, and it's filled with easy, delicious, fun recipes. Please welcome back to our show, Haylie Duff. Nice to see you again. How's the family?
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Your mom?
So great. I was just with her Saturday. I was finally back in LA for a day, so I got a little family time in.
And your little sister, Hillary?
Yes, amazing. And Luca, the man.
Luca, the baby.
The man.
Yes. Congratulations, Auntie.
Thank you.
Okay, so what are we doing today?
So I'm gonna show you a couple of my favorite recipes out of the Real Girl's Kitchen book. There are some scrambled egg mini pitas, some ham and cheese waffles, which I love, and some apple pie crescent rolls.
All right, now we know you as an actress. What
Yes.
made you decide to start cooking as we get started?
You know, well, first of all, I'm gonna show you one of my favorite tricks with eggs while I do the next one so we can talk through it. I love a one-handed egg crack.
That's skillful.
So the shell doesn't go in. So you give it a good crack, and then you just break it, and all the shell's there.
Okay.
My favorite way to do it. So, yeah, I was in Vancouver working on a movie, and I just felt like inspired by my kitchen.
Yes.
And I posted a recipe on Blogspot, and people started following it. And then now it's grown into this like wonderful thing.
And I understand your, now what kind of cheese are we putting in?
So we're putting a little bit of mozzarella, some chives. You can skip chives if you don't like them. A little tomato
Chive,
and some
turkey.
spinach. I love chives.
It's gonna turn out like this, so you keep going. That's spinach right there.
Yeah, some spinach, but you can really add whatever you want to this. That's kind of the beauty of this recipe is if you want to put mushrooms or peppers, whatever you want, it can all go in there.
And don't be scared of pitas, everybody. They're not a lot of calories. And if you
No,
don't,
especially these little thin ones.
and if you don't like the yolk, then take the yolk out. You know, just make it egg
Yeah,
white.
skip the yolk.
I eat it
but
all.
I love these because they're great for on the go. Like when you're getting ready to go to work, you can
Yes.
just stuff one in really fast, hit the road, maybe bring a paper towel, wipe your hands off.
Yes.
But really easy.
All right.
So that just scrambles in there and gets stuffed into the pitas.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna
Just
take
like
a little
that.
taste.
And I brought you a little hot sauce because I heard you like the hot
Thank
sauce.
you, exactly. So, is it true your dad gave you a cookbook from your grandmother?
He did,
And
yeah.
you
He
were
gave
inspired.
it to me right as I sold the concept for my book, and it ended up being, anyone who has the book sees like pictures of a really old book in the first couple pages. It's the actual book that was my great-great-grandmother, so it's very special to me. I love it. Okay, let's get to the waffles. The waffles are to die for.
I can't believe Hollywood is making ham.
Well, you know what?
Hollywood does not eat ham. You're gonna lose your
Well,
pass, you know.
You know what? That's so funny. You know what I love about this kind
very
is I
good,
buy.
by the way.
You like it? Good.
Keep going.
I buy the Jenny O low sodium ham,
Me
turkey.
too.
They do like really great options. So
I like the
anytime
Jenny
you
O
can like
brand.
cut out some sodium, I feel like it's better.
Yep.
Some cheddar cheese in there. And I just love black pepper. So being from the South, that was like the grandma big push. She was like, put black pepper in everything.
Where are you from in the South?
I'm from Houston and San Antonio.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Hi, South people.
So you just fold this into literally a store-bought batter, whatever kind you like.
Okay.
Fold it right in. This is super easy. Just open this up, and you literally pour it right into there.
Isn't this a great idea?
And then another thing you can do that's also really fancy, put some bacon across the middle if you're really getting naughty that day.
Hollywood,
Sorry, I'm not sorry. I like some bacon.
they all like the tofu out there and everything.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I think I'm good on that for a while.
So, do you have a little boyfriend or something?
I do have a little boyfriend.
You've been with him for enough time to think about marriage and kids of your own?
Sister, what are you doing to me? He's probably watching
Just
this.
asking. Just asking.
I'm like, he's probably watching this.
Let's talk about this.
Okay, this is actually one of my boyfriend's favorite desserts in the book. I cannot bake, so this is my favorite no-bake dessert. It's a crescent roll, store-bought.
Oh, wow.
So good, right? Little apple pies.
Apple pie.
With an apple in the middle and some brown sugar, and it's literally as simple as rolling it up just like that.
This is such a no-brainer.
Yeah, right? I have a second recipe for a crescent roll in there as well that has asparagus and prosciutto.
Good idea.
Yeah, so it's like a savory and a sweet.
I picture.
They go in the oven, and because we're fancy, they come out just like that.
And of course, no brunch would be complete without a mimosa.
Absolutely
Cheers
not.
to success.
you.
Thank you for coming by again. It's
Thank you
Haylie
for
Duff,
having me.
everybody. Go to wendyshow.com for more information on these recipes. You can hear the new book, by the way, is called The Real Girl's Kitchen. It's in bookstores now.
Yeah.
Up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing? My name is Lana. How you doing?
Hi, Lana.
So I've been having some ex-boyfriend problems.
Okay.
On Thursday, me and my boyfriend broke up, and Friday I found
Sorry
out
to hear about that.
a little bit.
Okay.
Whatever, it's fine.
Okay.
And then on Friday, I found out while I was at work, he moved some of his stuff out, especially my TV, which I'm really upset about, and messed up everything all over the floor. Like threw everything out all over the floor. And then I got my keys back, which was a great thing, but I'm really, really nervous because he knows everybody, and he warned me that I better not date anybody that he knows or anything when, you know, obviously we break up.
So there's two components. The first one about better not date, I would take that as a serious threat. I'm not going to say as far as go to the police now, but if you have brothers, neighbors, a doorman, I'm very serious. You take, when a man says something crazy like that, you take that for real.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, why was he in your apartment if you already broke up when you were at work?
Well, we broke up and he still had my keys. So I didn't even know he was moving anything out. And then I get a text message saying, I'm moving your stuff. And I walk in and I'm literally like stepping over everything.
You don't blame him, do you? because that's how people react when they break up. And when they see a weak link, the weak link was he knew you were at work.
Well, he knew it was at work, and it's my birthday weekend, and my dad's in the hospital, so he knew all these things.
He's soulless, but he did what angry, immature guys do.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to get your TV back.
No.
You just figure out how to fix up your place. Make sure to change your locks.
No, that's the next thing.
And warn your neighbors, okay?
Yes, I already did that.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Hi.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Vanjie. How you doing?
Hi, Vanjie. How can I help?
I have a 9-year-old daughter that is obsessed with watching makeup tutorials on YouTube.
Oh.
She's really good. She gives me tips. She's in my makeup. She doesn't wear it out. But I want to know, is she growing up too fast, or do I have a budding makeup artist?
You have a budding something or another that sounds very successful. She knows, she's smart enough to know not to wear it outside of the house.
True.
Maybe you'll get her a little Bonnie Bell and Loves Baby Soft like we got back when we were her age. But no, let her play on you.
Yes, she does.
Yes.
She does. She did.
Yes, yes. She did a great job. Nurture that talent.
Okay.
As long as it's on anybody but her.
Correct.
All right, everybody, we got to take a quick break. What do you do if you suspect your 10-year-old is dating? We'll answer that next on more Ask Wendy. Shout it out. Welcome back, everybody. We're still doing Ask Wendy. So you're the mom that we teased about before the break. Your 10-year-old, you think, has a girlfriend?
Yes, Wendy, how you doing? My name is Sonia. I'm from Delaware, and my son, every time I come into his room, he is on the phone, and I'm like, what are you doing on the phone? And he hangs up. He's only 10, and I'm really seriously thinking he has a girlfriend. I'm just not sure if he does and what I should do about that.
Well, you realize at 10 that if he's calling somebody a girlfriend, it's nothing more than they might sit together at lunch. They're not actually going out on dates.
Okay.
Because you know that. You're his mom.
I think.
Well,
I don't know. I hope.
What, does this little girl come over your house?
No, not yet. Not that I know of.
That's what I'm... Well, what do you mean, not
I
that
don't
you know
think
of?
so. I go to work.
Okay, well, where is he when you're at your work? You're
I
at
hope
school.
he at school. I don't know, Wendy.
Is Dad in the house?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, he
your
fine.
siblings in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know realistically that your boy is not dating.
Okay.
This little girl though that you suspect on the telephone, we're still early in the school year. Have a talk with, you know, one of his teachers or his main teacher, or if he switches classes. Find out what his relationship is with this girl. Let the school know that you just want a handle on it, so you know how to have conversation with your son about it. Then the other thing is, most kids hang up the phone quickly when their parents walk in the room.
Right.
Or they throw it under the bed and they act like they're not on the phone.
Right.
As a mom, you realize that you could just go to your cell provider and look at every single record of every single call.
Right.
So that's what you'll do, and you'll find out who this is, and you'll politely call the mother. Don't do anything creepy behind your son's back, because then he'll start to pull back from you, and you want conversation open and fluid at this particular age, okay?
Yes.
There is no girlfriend, Mom.
Okay. All right,
It's a little
Wendy.
friend,
Thank
a little
you.
friend that he thinks is cute. Up next, everybody, another brave cancer survivor gets a fabulous head-to-toe makeover. Don't miss it. So, welcome back. I'm here with our fashion expert friend, Liliana Vasquez, and you know, all month long we've been giving head-to-toe makeovers to some women who have bravely battled breast cancer. Today, we're making over a very special woman. Her name is Patricia. Patricia is currently going through chemotherapy, and the side effects have left her feeling, well, less confident than usual. Take a look.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Patricia Arcilla. How you doing? Back in May of this year, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Right now, I'm going through my chemo treatment. But my greatest support has been my 3 beautiful children and my husband for 35 years. They are taking me to a trip to Miami to celebrate my birthday and also my 35th wedding anniversary. As you can see, I have no hair. I don't feel pretty. I don't look beautiful. But I know that you can help me with a makeover in one of your fabulous weeks. I know that I will look beautiful. Wendy, can you please spice up my look to Miami? Thank you.
Yes. Patricia's husband, Fabio, is here, and so are her 3 children, Fabio Jr., Monica, and Karina. Hi, you guys. Okay, you ready to see your mom? Come on out, Patricia.
sexy look for Miami. It's not just her birthday, it's her anniversary.
Yes.
So we wanted to heat things up, so I gave her a sexy maxi dress. Has a little bit of a waist definition there. She has a great, phenomenal body,
Yes.
showing it off in all the right ways. Great arms. She's beautiful. And then simple accessories, like a great rose gold clutch, a few bangles, beautiful earrings, and I
Great.
love the dress.
Yes, beautiful. And now, regarding Patricia's hair, this is a wig from my wig line called Wendy Williams Hair World. My wigologist Antoine helped her style it. This one's called The Page. How do you feel, Patricia?
I feel beautiful.
Terrific. Terrific. Another great job. All of my wigs can be found at hairbywendywilliams.com, and I'm also making a wig donation to the American Cancer Society's wig program. To find out how you can help fight breast cancer, go to wendyshow.com. Special thanks to our friend Liliana Vasquez. Liliana's new book is called The Cheap Chica's Guide to Style. It's available on pre-order now. And you keep it here, because we'll be right back. I want to go check her out. Welcome back. You know, there's a story behind this blouse, and I'm gonna tell it on my after show. I know that as a larger woman, sometimes we get a lot of blouses that don't fit us correctly, but I'm gonna share some information. So you go to wendyshow.com for today's after show, and we'll talk about that. I wanna thank my guest today, Laz Alonso. Thank you for coming. Also, Haylie Duff, we love you. Liliana Vasquez, another great breast cancer survivor makeover. Patricia, you look beautiful. Enjoy Miami. And my co-host, my stylish studio audience, thank you for being here. Tomorrow on the show, from Tyler Perry's For Better or For Worse, the always enjoyable Tasha Smith is here. Plus, the lovely Meghan McCain stops by. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.